at Labo 1, if you take this URL to your, if you copy this URL and take it to your browser, it's going to take you to the lab itself. Let me double click and say, I don't want to bother my internet a lot. So this is what is going to happen when you launch it. It's going to bring out exercise, prepare data in Power BI. You click on the launch lab. It's going to take you to where the lab is. Okay. So let me launch this one. Let me show you this one, and you pick the one that is convenient for you. Then you click on the start lab. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
We can see it, yes.
Okay. Your lab environment is virtual machines are starting. That's what you will see there. So this one take about 2 or 3 minutes to start, depends on the speed of your network. The only challenge I have here is the time allotted for me to finish the lab is always encroaching to me explaining to you that most of the time, maybe it might remain about 30 minutes to round it up, it will time out. I will have to start afresh again. That's the shortcoming of this. But everything I'm going to do, the instructions I have downloaded, and these are the instructions. I have it here, which I normally share with my students. So this is the instruction for today's lab. Okay, I might even send it to you right away now on the Telegram. I deliberately leave it for this class so that as I'm saying it and doing it, there is no gap in my conversation with you. Okay. So,
hi, Ebenezer. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm listening to you. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. When you asked to click on the link, it's saying sign in to launch the lab. So should one sign in?
Maybe the setup of your system. Yeah, you have to sign in with your. It has to be an account that is not Yahoo or Gmail account. Okay.
Or not Yahoo or Gmail.
Gmail, yes. Use your student account.
No, I don't have student account.
Wow. Okay, then hold on. Then you might have to use the local one then. So any of us that can set up online, this is where it's going to bring us. You come to this place. Who spoke to me a while ago now?
If you check at your right-hand side of
It's
your
Elsie.
screen, you will see disclaimer. Under it, that password there is active.
Yes, now I'm not. I'm not missing anything out. I'm asking my student, do you get me up to this point? Hello?
Yes.
I am not missing myself. I know what I'm saying. So now when you get to this place, you want to log, it has already logged in as students. So you only need to put the password. Below this, the last thing here is your password. Click on this letter T. It's going to copy the password for you automatically. And I want you to learn this password by heart if you want to work online. Is capital P, small letter A, digit 552, W, instead of O, either letter or number, period, this time around, full stop, then RD. That's password for you. Capital P, A, small letter, 55.RD. That's your password. So you click on that. So it has logged you into the environment of the lab. Okay. Now, next, click on before you start. The first thing you do, you come to this place. The lab is artificial intelligence simulated. Hello? This lab is artificial intelligence simulated. Okay. One of the, I don't call it a challenge. One of the plus for it is that you must complete a lab before you move to the other one. Are you with me? There are 10 labs that Microsoft documented to run this particular course. These 10 labs is like it's a building block. If you don't finish the first one, you can automatically move to the next one, because this one is going to be the bedrock for the lab 2. Lab 2 is going to be the bedrock for lab 3. So you must complete it. So now, if you understand to that level,
training.
If you understand me to that level, you download the lab setup here. You click on download lab. It's good. This is a virtual machine, virtual environment. It's going to download this lab environment to this virtual environment for you. Okay, it has done that. So now the next thing is lab instructions. Everything, this is the instruction that will guide all we want to do on the lab.
Sure, excuse me. I can't see the download button.
Wumi, can you mute everybody? And when I need anybody to talk, then I'll ask the person to unmute himself. So this is the instruction that I will follow, but again, my superiority here is that I speak more on the lab with my notes and more explanation along the course. And if you look at the screen, I've already spent 6 minutes in my own time. This lab is to be run for 2 hours. At the end of 2 hours, it will time you out. And if I've not concluded anything there, you are going to start from afresh again. Those are the little shortcomings that you might have there. But by the time you practice over and over and over again, the time allotted will keep shortening because it's a live environment. Let me show you one of the beauty. See, this is the end of it, or this is the lab. This is where I think I'm already in 60% of the lab at this junction. Okay, we are going to arrive at something like this. Okay, good. So having understood up to this level, I'm going to close it, because if you want to launch lab on your side, go ahead, but I'm going to use my system. When you are through with everything you want to do there, you end the lab. Okay, you end the lab. Click OK. So close the window. I don't want to use it for my own, for my need. So the other one is this. By the time what I ask you to download, let me bring up by the time you install this first one, that will give me this part. There's a Power BI on my system here. Okay. So the next thing is SQL Express. By the time you install the SQL Express, you will not be able to launch SQL Express until you install what I have on my screen now. Can you see my screen? SQL Management Studio. Can you see this thing?
Yes, we can.
Good, good. So this is what will connect you to your database. Now you will click Connect. Database engine. So if you are launching your Microsoft Studio, it's going to launch this screen for you automatically because I cancel it so that I can move it. But when you start your Management Studio, it's going to come up with this screen and it's going to tell you the name of your server. The name of my own laptop is Dapo EB. And the version of Microsoft SQL I'm using is Microsoft SQL Express. Am I communicating?
Yes.
So you will have something like this, and I would prefer you make use of Windows authentication. So you connect at this point. Okay. So you have a screen like this. I will assume you've not downloaded your database, but the next thing I will show you is how do you launch the database for you to use. So locate where you put your database. Here is the database I zip for you, database backup. When you unzip it, I expect these two files there. These two files should be in your database when you unzip it. Put everything in, create a folder. I expect you to create a folder and put everything I sent to you in one location. Now you now come to this database, right click. This database will be here, right click on it. Is a backup. So this time around, you will click on Restore Database. Restore Database. I have already done mine, but I'm demonstrating to you what you have to do. Restore Database. So you click on Device. On this device, on the right-hand side, there's an ellipse button here. We know you click on it. Okay, it's going to bring up this pop-up menu for you. Click on Add. It's going to come up with this. Now, locate where your lab is, where you downloaded that file is. So, mine is, let me locate the location for my own. Okay, this is the path for me. Training, data analysis. Please locate your own. My own part is a bit longer because I have so many things there. Yeah, it's here. So I put things here. This is where my own file is, database backup. So I expect you to this. Somebody that is asking me for the version of database. This is here you are only attaching the database. Okay. By the time you click OK here, it's going to bring everything for you in this manner. So if you click OK, it's going to install the database on your SQL and Express environments. So because I have done mine, I'm going to cancel it, but you click OK. At the end of it, I expect you to see something like this in your own. AdventureWorks DW 2020 database. And if you drill down on it, it's going to show you this. It's going to show you your tables, the list of your tables. Okay? But again, are we together up to this point? Hello, class.
Yes, Ebenezer.
Are we together? Yeah.
No,
You're moving very fast. You have to.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you have to move slower. Like for
Okay.
like for example, this my SSMS. Everybody on the call has it on their laptop, right?
Okay.
We have also loaded database before, like I've loaded database before. A couple of people cannot might not remember, but as you have shown us, maybe a couple of people will remember. So maybe we do that first. Maybe find out if they have loaded it, then we can now continue from there.
Okay. So let me pause. Let whoever, if anybody is having challenge in loading the database, can you signify? Again, when you load it, I want to call your attention to something. You need to come to security under your database, under the login. Okay. So make sure you bring your username. You click on new login. So you bring your Windows username. You must attach it to the system so that you have access to the database. So I'm waiting. Is anybody having challenge here? Okay.
Guys, have you all loaded on our SSMS?
I think I'll use the sample one that will time it out after 45 minutes and then try and do this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay. Can I move on now?
1 minute, please.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay now.
Yeah, okay. So good one. Then I'm going to quickly share with you PDF now so that push out. Great. So I've shared with you the lab instruction. If you are online, the lab instruction is on the right side. Okay. So that's the PDF. Now, this is the instruction. If you are all okay up to this level, then let's jump to our lab class. Let's move on with our lab. Okay. So I'm going to minimize this. Minimize your SS Studio the moment you are here. Is on the aspect of SS Studio up to this in this class. But when you are online, you don't need to bother yourself about what is happening here at all. It's already there for you. Don't worry yourself. Good. I minimize this. I bring up my Power BI. Okay. If you follow my
the tailspin.
No, we don't bother ourselves about that.
But that's okay because the tailspin is not loaded.
Don't bother yourself about the tailspin. We are they bundle it together, but mostly I only make use of the DW. Don't bother ourselves about tailspin toy. It's another organization here. Don't bother. We are going to make use of only Adventure Walk CW 2020.
Okay. Because it was not loaded, it was showing error. That's why.
Don't worry. Okay. So Everybody is at this page, right? If you are online after you download the lab, the next instruction there is going to tell you, to you want to load your PBIX. That's a file for your Power BI. You click on File, Browse. I'm still going to lead you in the same direction. Browse. Then, if you are online, on the online one, go to your Drive D. When you click on Drive D, you will see your PL300 inside directly. Am I communicating with anybody that want to connect online? Please take note of that. But for you, locate where you download it, where you put all files. There's another file. Again, let me bring up this. I expect you will have unzipped the last one, which I call lab environments. And I expect you will have put it somewhere, all files, okay? So let me locate my own. If you launch, if you are online and you click on Drive D, this is what is going to bring for you. You will see PL300 inside your Drive D. Double click on this PL300, you will see all files. So the one I downloaded for you, click on all files. It takes you to PL300. And when you click on it, you will see these settings there. Am I communicating with you?
Yes.
Yes,
so
okay.
On that when we open it,
Yeah.
That's where we see this, right?
Yes. When you what I copy for you start from this location. These are all files, all I zip for you.
Okay, yes.
You put this thing in a folder. Now come to launch your Power BI. The online one will tell you after you download the lab to your system and you click the next instruction and you see your lab instruction. The first task that you will do is to start your Power BI. The instruction says get started with Power BI desktop. And it tells you to open your Power BI. You will see this button on the lab environment on the tools there. Click on it and you will see an environment like this. It's coming up with a pop-up. Cancel that pop-up and you have this. Am I communicating?
So I've not downloaded the Power BI stuff on the online learning stuff. Actually, I don't think I've downloaded it yet.
Are you communicating with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you? I can't hear you clearly. Speak up a bit. Let me hear you.
I said, you know the part where you have to download the actual files. I haven't downloaded it yet. It's not showing on the right hand screen.
Yes. When there's a place, the next one there will say, click on the download of the lab. Have you downloaded the lab?
Yeah, and I've signed in, so I need to download something on that green section.
No, when you downloaded the lab, then you come to your lower right hand side, click on the next instruction there. That will take you to the lab instruction.
Okay.
On the lab instruction, the first assignment you ask you to do is to start your Power BI by clicking on. Can you see the button I'm moving around here, the symbol here?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to show you. It's going to show you this. I'm coming. In your instruction, you will see this in your instruction. This is the beginning of your lab instruction. Get data in Power BI desktop. It's talking of the lab story. I don't need to bother myself there. This lab should be take approximately the estimated 30 minutes. No problem. Then it's saying get started with Power BI desktop. So in this task, you are starting by opening a starter Power BI. It's telling you what to do, starter BI. The starter file doesn't contain any data, but has been specifically configured to help you complete the lab. Okay, and I told you that this lab is simulated with artificial intelligence. He is marking every step you are taking on it. So you will start with the startup PBIS file, which I'm here to launch. I'm just demonstrating. Now, all those explanations is preparing the ground for you. The real thing is you click on this button on your taskbar, you start your Power BI. When you start your Power BI, it's going to bring up a pop-up telling you about that if you want to move around the background, or if you want to survey your Power BI, cancel it. You don't need that. So having done that, then the next thing, let me go practical now. At this junction, the next thing you are going to do is to click on File and Browse Reports. Are you okay up to this level now?
Yeah.
Good. If you are okay, those people online, to make it easier and faster for you, always come back to this left-hand side. You will see Drive D here. Your Drive D is configured to this level of the lab. When you click on that Drive D, it's going to come up, it's going to bring up this for you. PL300 will show. This
Sorry, Ebenezer.
Yeah.
When you say online, do you mean those who are not on Power BI desktop?
The people that do not run Power BI on their system, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say online. Sorry for that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. For us that we downloaded Power BI on our system, just where you download the all file I sent to you, where you send is where you are going to locate. Is that clear?
Yeah.
If that is clear now, both online and us running it on our system are bring us to the same level. So whatever I am saying, follow me now. So when you double click, that your all files is the name of the Drive D on the online own. So when you double click on it, it takes you to PL300. Double click on all 300, and it's going to bring you to this all files. Sorry, it's going to bring you to PL300 here. Double click on this PL300. And you come to labs. Labs. Okay? We are starting with lab 1. I want to make a distinction here. For us that we will be working on our system, this is the only time we are going to learn from this place, because is a control file we'll be using. I will explain to you as we are progressing. But for anybody online, you must always come back to this place to launch your lab. So we are going to work on lab 1. Double click on lab 1 here. If you follow your instruction, it's saying on starter file. So this is the starter folder. Double click on the starter folder. Okay. Now you double click on this, and it says analysis. It's going to load an open file for you like this. It's going to open an environment for you like, it's going to ask you some questions, cancel it. You have this. Now the next thing is, are we together? So the next instruction is, Microsoft believes that you can make a mistake. Not Microsoft again, when you are preparing your data for analysis, the assumption is you didn't finish your analysis. You started the job yesterday. You didn't finish. Maybe you you got to a point, you went home or you went on recess, you saved the file. By the time you are coming back today to work, there is possibility of you making a mistake in what you want to do. The mindset of data analysis is that so that at any convenient location you've stopped, you don't model it up. So you will back up your file for posterity and confidence sake that you are not modeling up your data. Likewise, we are going to do here. When you load your SAID analysis PBIS file, you are going to click on File. Click on File, Save As. Save As. Okay? Click on your Drive D online, but if you have done it on your system, locate your all files, and you have your PA300 there. Then double click on this. Look for my solution folder. This is supposed to be empty for you, which we are online, and that you are doing is supposed to be empty for all of us, all of you there, because you've not done anything. Now save that file here. Because I am doing so many things together, I have run on my own analysis. I am going to make use of analysis new here. Forget about my own setting. Use save, click on save to save a copy of the analysis on my solution. Am I communicating?
No, is that the second? That's the second step, isn't it? So
yeah, that's the second step. That's the second step.
Okay, I think this could be quite confusing for some people. So I would think can we go through the first step and then the second step so that there'll be clarity, please.
The first step is when you start your Power BI. If you are running it on your system, click on File, BRIOS, Reports, locate where you downloaded your all files. Click on it. You will see PL300 folder inside it. Double click on it. It's going to list out these folders for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 folders. Double click on Labs. That okay? Our first lab is 01 prepare data with Power Query in Power BI. That's what you have here, Power BI desktop. Double click on it. Open your starter folder and you will see a sales analysis file. Remember, the way your Excel extension is .xlx. Your word is DOCX. That extension for your Power BI is PBIX. So this is your Power BI file. Is that clear out to this level? Hello, am I communicating here?
Yeah, I'm having a problem with my own system.
What's the problem?
Because I don't even know what the problem is exactly, because I'm trying to sign in. What happened was I downloaded the Microsoft, what's it called? Microsoft Power BI from my store, Apple store. I'm sorry, my Microsoft store. But at the moment, my wife is using my system, so I'm using another system. So I'm decided to download on this system. But for some reason, I can't sign on the store on my system, on the app on my system, but I can sign on online. I don't know what's happening.
That's a setting on your system.
Yeah, I've checked everywhere. I've been looking, I've checked everywhere. I've not been able to locate it. So I might just have to watch this video after and follow.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay. So if you double click on this to open your file. When you are through with that, you click on it, click open. That ends the first step. That complete the first step. The second step, by the time you open it, you will see your sales analysis here. Again, let me call your attention to it here. When you are doing your own work, you give your file your own name. This is because Microsoft Hub is a simulated lab for us to explain from end to end. They shows this name. So it's not that every file that you are opening in Power BI is going to be sales analysis. The name of your file, it depends on the job you are doing. I remember, let me see some of the things I've done here. You can see something here, food apocalypse, food prep. This is a work I did for some of my students. Here is another job I do for a client, SBMS reports. Okay, if I scroll down, here is another one, e-learning skeleton. Here is what I was doing for myself, master dash foundation file. Okay, here is sample demo file. Here is an unemployment USA section 3 file. Here is first batch charting Power BI section file. I'm just telling you that you gave a name to your file based on the job you are doing. So I don't want us to be stereotyped here. That's what I'm trying to pass across to us. But this one is because we are using a simulated lab for Microsoft. Good. Now, when you finish the first step, the next step is to click on your file, save as. Okay. Again, I told you want to back up the file. You want to back up the file. Okay. Locate your all files. Okay. If you are running from online, the moment you click on your drive D, it has already opened all files for you. You will see your PL300 there. Double click on this and locate my solution. So when you double click on my solution, then you save your file here. Simple. That ends the second part of the lab. That ends task 2.
Okay, so sorry, so we're gonna save it with any name or sales analysis name?
The same name. It's a different location now. Am I communicating? The same name.
Right.
Good. So because I've done mine, I simply going to cancel this part. So I expect you to have a screen like this. So this is your Power BI screen. Because I know I am talking to learned guys. You work with Excel, you work with PowerPoint, you work with document. I don't need to start disturbing or wasting your time by explaining the screen here. The only thing is that the only thing is specific to Power BI. The setup is like the way your Word and Excel is. You have your toolbar there, your menu bar on top. You have your toolbar below. Okay. Unlike your Word and Excel, the middle white area here is called Canvas. That is the work platform for Power BI. On your left-hand side, I have 3 buttons there. I have the first one, your report view. I have your table view. I have your model view. These 3 buttons are here. As you are progressing, you will see them. Then on your right-hand side, I have 3 panes there. And whatever you are seeing on the right-hand side here it depends on which one of these items you are working with. Report view, table view, or model view. Depends on them. And whatever you also see on the toolbar on top also depends on report view, table view. In this table view, you can also call it data view if it shows, or model view. Am I communicating at this point?
Yeah. Hello, sir. Me, I'm trying to use the lab that you sent us link to. But under my files, it seems to be empty. There's nothing in there on my own end.
Under where?
The drive, the all files drive that you showed to us earlier.
Then you've not downloaded the lab. You've not. Sorry, class. Let me show that person this. Come in. Okay. You have something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Click on Start Lab. Click on Start Lab. Okay, sorry. Don't worry. I know what happened there. Just a little wait for me. Okay. You have this, you click on your launch lab.
Yeah.
You click on Start Lab. So this will run for about a few minutes. You did all this, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay. Just class, let's be a little patient today. It's the first day of the lab. I expect such. Please take note of everything we are doing at the beginning today so that we won't need to be repeating ourselves all the time.
Oh, sure.
And thank God that we have a week. So you should be able to practice each of the lab before the next class. So we shouldn't have problem that one is not ending before the next class. So I will comfortably take time to explain class to us. It's about a minute or two thereabout, depends on the speed or your bandwidth and your system for it to download to your system. Wonderful. So it takes you to this place, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You click on this password to log on to your, this is a virtual machine. Is the server, the system is online. This is your laptop. You log on, you start your laptop, it's asking you to log on to your laptop, put in your password. Because it's your laptop, you don't type your name all the time. Your name is already virtually simulated and configured there. You only put in your password and you log on to the system. So you have this. Good. For you to move on, look at the left-hand side. Before you start, can you see that? Hi.
Yes.
I can see it. I can see it.
So click on this. It takes you to this place. Before you start any lab here, you must download the lab file to the virtual machine. This lab is kept in GitHub. So you must download it. Click on this. Can you see download lab files to D drive?
Yes, I can see it. Yeah.
So you click on it.
Hey,
That
leave
my-
them.
Is that a big, that my baby analyst? Is he a boy again? Well done, boy. Don't mind the man, no. He started his own
Okay,
computer
mine
lead.
has already.
Started his own computer lead. Yeah. So you can see it gives you success. So the lab is be downloaded to your system now. Okay. Now click next lab instruction. It brings you to this place. All the story I am reading to you earlier, see the same story here, it's the same lab instruction I downloaded and put on PDF. So use, I will not bother myself. So the first action here is open your Power BI desktop. Look at this button I was showing you on my click on this. It's loading the Power BI. So you have this, okay? It comes up with this, and I said, so we have this. It's telling you to overrun. You don't need that, okay? So leave it as this. Then I explain to you, okay, the lab we want to run. You click on File. This is a new machine now. We just downloaded it, so nothing is done like my own system that is filled up with so many activities. So click on Browse Reports. It brings us to this place. Because this is a simulated environment, everything is there. And I said, quick one, all files I downloaded for you the folder, click on Drive D. Click on this all file Drive D. Can you see it? It brings you to PN300 as I was explaining to you. Double click on this folder and it shows you the list of all items. The database backup is there, okay? Here, double click on labs and you see the first lab here, double click on it. And from this instructions here, it's telling you that open Windows, navigate to this lab 1 starter folder, double click on the starter folder and you see your sales analysis. So select it, click open.
Sorry, please, I was following you, but I missed something. I pressed the PL300, but I got to prepare data with Power Query, labs.
There should be, you open the labs, then you click on O1 prepare data with Power BI. That's the first item there. I don't know what you did.
Okay, I haven't pressed that one.
Oh yeah, double click on the folder.
Okay, and then I've got solution.
You see solution and starter. Double click on starter.
Yeah.
So there is sales analysis, the Power PBIX inside the double click on it. Have you done that?
Yes.
So it's going to come up with this. When you are running online, put your email again. Microsoft insists you must not use Gmail or Yahoo email. It has to be either a company or a different kind of mail. In my case, I use my company mail here. Put your email here, info, this is my own. It has to be your own. A customized mail anyway. This is what I use. This is my own email I use. It has to be your own, but as long as it's not Gmail or Yahoo account, your student mail and co, you can use it. So you click continue.
Okay, I think that's where I'm going to have the challenge because I don't have any customized mail like that. Probably I have to create one or get one.
Yeah, you can create one on Office 365 and co like that. So
will Outlook work for it? I have an Outlook mail.
It should work for it. It should work for it. It should work for it.
I used Gmail. It did work for me because I have an account before. So
okay,
Gmail works. Yes.
Oh, let me hands down there. Let others try Gmail too. By their instruction, you know, they update their environment. Let me pause you here. Microsoft updates its environment time to time. As an instructor, we have meetings and co. This was what they said. They might have relapsed that. That's not a problem. Use your Gmail or anything. If it works for you, no problem. No problem. So you log into the environment. Sorry. Well, mine is asking for authentication. Your own may not be like that. So I just have to be explaining those caveats. Mine is asking for, because I have done
Sorry,
so many settings on my system.
Sorry, are you the second option or the third option?
Come again?
What part of the instruction are you? Are you?
Come again, I'm listening to you.
I said, are you in the second or the third option?
The second, I'm still in the second.
Which one in the SQL database window?
I have not been to database at all now.
Okay.
I'm just connecting to the Power BI. I'm just connecting to the, I load the sales analysis file of the lab. So, and it's asking me to connect. I'm connecting with it like this. So
How do you do that?
I've done, come again.
How did you load it into this? What?
When you launch your Power BI, I explain that you click on File.
Mm-hmm.
You click on Browse.
Yeah.
And I ask you to click on Drive D.
Yeah.
You click on this PL300.
Yeah, my solution. Yeah.
And you have this. Then you double click on this labs folder. And are we together? Anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we are running the first lab. So you double click on this one, first one. And I say double click on starter file. You now see this. You click on this. When you click open, that's when it's asking you to put your email that I was explaining to you, which I have done. I don't need to do it again now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to cancel this. So when you log in here, it will show you your username on top. Okay. The next thing you are going to do, of which is in your instruction, if you are looking at my screen, that's step 5. Okay, that's number 5 now. Save copy of the file. We save as file to my solution. So if you are doing it, come again.
So I think it's not allowing me to say something went wrong.
Is there something is wrong?
Say something went wrong. When I put my email on and I click save or something, it says something went wrong. With an error message.
Yeah, the Gmail didn't even work for me. I think it's with the email. Anyway.
I use Hotmail.
Like I said, the email Microsoft expects you to use is not Gmail or Yahoo account, and it has to be a mail that you use to log on to that you synchronize with Microsoft environment. You know that it's Microsoft environment you synchronize your mail with. That's the mail is expecting you to use there. Maybe you can synchronize your Gmail with Microsoft and see if it's going to work too.
It's not working because my Yahoo Mail synchronized. That's what I use for Microsoft account. I have a student account with Microsoft where I do all these online courses like their data analysis, but it's not working for the Power BI anyway. Probably I have to create that customized email as you recommended earlier on.
Okay, okay. Please let's take note of that. So you click on your file, then save as to make a copy of the settings you have there. When you do save as, click on your drive D. You want to make a copy of this file. It takes you back to this your PL300, double click on it. This time around, my solution folder. It's going to be empty. Click on save. You make a copy of that file here. Okay, that takes me to the end of the first step of our lab. Okay, because I'm not going to continue with this part, I'm going to end my own part here. Okay, I'm going to end it. Is there any other question you want me to answer here before I jump out?
Oh, okay, Ebenezer, I see what you mean. It's okay. When you're signing into the Power BI.
Yes.
That is saying use another account.
Thank you.
Yeah,
like work and stuff, isn't
it? But with my Power BI, I used my email. It's just going into this one that you explaining. I just say, let me follow up. So it's saying I can't use my personal account.
Okay.
Yeah, so I should use another account.
You have to use an account that is not Gmail or Yahoo that has been synchronized with Microsoft environment. You know how you synchronize your email with Microsoft environment. Email Microsoft account, remember? If you've done anything like cloud, you will know that you make use of a Microsoft account in your cloud environment. Okay. So, but fortunately, if you are within your desktop, you will still need a special account because when you want to publish a Power BI service, you will need it. So let me end up this one here. Okay. So here we are now. The next thing now is we want to get data for your, we want to get data. We know we are saying preparing data. So we are moving to our lab proper now. We are moving to our lab proper. Remember we said Power BI is an analytical tool. You want to tell story with your data. And I told you in my foundation class, the previous class, that you are not the custodian of the information, you are a data analyst. The business owners are the custodians. So, supposing you are working in a bank, you are working in a conglomerate of Fortune 500 organization, working in an oil company, working in an engineering company, working in hospital environment, working in chemical engineering environment, working in car production environment, bioproduction environment, food environment, anywhere where they make use of data. Business guy and database gather their information. Most of the time, officially, I know internationally, the job of data analytics is different from the job of database administrator, is different from the job of an application support, is different from job of application management. They are different roles. Your job is data analyst. You are not the database administrator. You are not the business analyst. And again, when you, and I keep telling, whatever you want to do, every unit of that organization has a say. They've come together, they present their report they want you to analyze for you, and at the point of bringing the information to Power BI tool for you to be able to analyze, then you are going to pull the data in. The question now is, I told you that your data can come from large number of areas. And if you look at your It's going to bring a pop-up. Can you see the pop-up? You will see the list of every source where you can get your data from. Okay, Excel, text file, it could be XML, JSON, it could be in a folder. If I scroll down, look at varieties of places where your data could come from. Where your data could come from. Okay, it could be from SQL database, it could be from SQL analysis service, it could be from IBM DB2 database, it could be from IBM Formula database, it could be from my SQL database, PostgreSQL, Sybase, Teradata database, SAP HANA database, SAP Business. Just to mention a few. If you scroll down, let me shock you that you see your Azure database. Okay, let's move down and show you some. Look at your Salesforce. Some of us that are used to that. Look at Dynamics 365 Business Central. Look at LinkedIn. You can get information from your LinkedIn. Look at trying to see Facebook is there. Let me see. Look at your Databricks, all sorts of data that you might have not even come across. I know there is where is my Facebook? It's somewhere there. Facebook is there. Different sort of environment that you can pull your data from. Your information could come from any area. Okay, good. But for us tonight, we are going, for this our lab, we are going to pull our data from two environments, from SQL database and text file. So we'll start with the SQL database. Okay, so you click on, look at SQL database here below the SharePoint. Okay, I didn't mention SharePoint. I see PDF is even there too. I didn't mention it. So, but click on your SQL database and click on Connect. So, if you are running it online, we are just going to type local host here. Local host. If you are running online, that's what you are going to type. If you are not running online, if you are running from your system, bring up your Microsoft SQL Studio here. Look at the name, what you have Auto SQL Express. Can you see my screen, please? Your system name /SQL Express is your server name. Please take note of that. Hello, class. Are we together?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Are we together? Oh,
yes.
Okay. Okay. So I will now, mine is going to be therefore EB /SQL Express. That's the name. That's the only thing you are going to put there because I'm launching it with my Windows account. So when you type this correctly, click OK. To any of us that successfully log on to the online, it's going to, where I put my name and SQL Express, put localhost there. When you log in, it's going to show you this. It's going to show you your navigator and the list of your database. So you see your AdventureWorks DW 2020 here. Hello, are we together?
Sorry, Ebenezer, just for those who are on the data analysis group.
Okay.
We wouldn't have the SQL Express because we just have the name of a server there. Just for them to take notes that they will not necessarily have SQL Express on this.
But did you see the database you installed there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, no problem. Your server name, and you will now see your database name, no problem. Okay, some of you already have SQL in your system, no problem. It's because of the load of SQL, that's why I didn't install SQL on my system. It's going to be burning my system resources. So that's how to connect there. Okay. The instruction I sent to you, in this line, you will connect to SQL Server, which you've done now. Okay, we are ready with our database. So now, we want to continue with our lab. Click, there is an arrow beside your data adventure walls. Click that, drill down on it. It will show you the list of your data, the tables that you have there. Click on here. This is a sales database. This is a database for sales of different bicycle bike accessories, components, and co. That's what you are selling. That's the data you have there. And you have this data. You have your account, currency, customer, date, etc. So the first table I want you to click on, don't check it, just click on the table is dim employee. I want to pass a message across there. When you want to bring your data to your environment, one of the things you do in preparation of your data is to study the data. Please underline what I'm saying here. Study the data. In preparing your data, you study it because you are not the one that gathered the data. And at this junction, as you are studying the data, you are asking questions about information you are not clear with the owner of the information. You are asking them, are you sure you look at my own? You showing me the content of the employee here. I'm asking, are you sure this field is correct? Employee key. Are you sure parent employee key is correct? What is the information? What is he holding? Are you sure employee national alternate ID key is correct? Okay, look at below, there's a scroll bar horizontal here. You are going through the field of the table one after the other. Okay, you are trying to study the data here. Can you see? You are trying to study what is inside the data you want to analyze. Okay. Any question? So on the right side of the page, you will see the content of your data there. So this preview data, it allows you to see the columns and the sample of rows in this information. Okay. So for us to create a query to bring our data to our system, okay, if you are following me, go back to under the navigator now. Okay, check your dim employee. We want to work with six tables here. The first one is dim employee. The second one is dim employee sales territory. Check beside it. Again, like I said, look at this one. Look at all the columns there. You have only 4 columns there. Okay. The next one is dim products. Look at the dim products. Check side it. So it's loading your dim product. Again, you have to study this information with the owner of the data or the database administrator, you call him to explain to you there are things that are not clear there. These are the things you are doing in preparing your data for analysis. Then the next one is deem the seller. Okay. The next one is your deem sales territory. This deem sales territory. And finally, for this part, you have your fact the sellers, making 6 of them. Okay. So this is the beginning of your data preparation. Now, you don't load your data directly. You click on transformation, transform data, click on transform data.
Sorry, I missed how to press the transform data. I'm in the dim employee screen.
Okay.
What do I
hold on a bit. Just hold on a bit. Okay. Have you click on the box beside the dim employee?
No. What box?
Click on the box. That's check the box. Click inside the box.
I have it in the little preview thing. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah,
on the right hand side, under the navigator, where the databases, where the tables are listed, the checkbox beside, and click on the checkbox of dim employee. Have you done that?
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
Okay, that's how you get to load.
Just hold on, you are selecting 6 tables there, 6 tables.
Okay.
The next one is dim employee sales territory.
Okay.
The next one is your dim products.
Dim product, okay.
Then the next one is your dim reseller. Have you done that?
Dim reseller, yeah.
Yes. Okay, the next one is dim sales territory. Dim sales territory.
Dim sales tree, yeah.
Then the last one is fact reseller sales. Fact, scroll down that thing and you see your fact reseller sales. Check it.
Yeah.
So that means you should have clicked beside 6 tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
Okay. Under the preview pane, there is transform data. Transform data. Don't click on load. Transform data.
Okay.
So click on it. If you have done that, it's going to bring you to where I am now.
Yes.
Okay, good. Is there anybody that is, have I missed anybody again?
Yeah.
Okay. At this junction, this is where you review properly every content of the table. Every content you review properly here with the owner of the data. Look at your dim employee. You know, you scroll down like I did the other time. Let me call your attention to something here. When you pick on look at your right-hand side, on your left-hand side, you see a query. And in front of that query, you see open bracket and 6. It's talking about is referring to your tables. What you are calling table in your database is calling it a query here. So some of us that are familiar with Excel, mainly from 2019 upward, there is Power Query. So this is the screen of your Power Query. And if you look at on top of this table, you see something like formulas there. That's your Power Query formulas. Okay. Now, When you look below the screen, you will see 33 columns, 296 rows. Okay? It's going to tell you the number of rows, the number of columns, and number of rows you have in a table you are working with at that particular time. And should in case your information, your table has about 10 million rows, even 100 million rows, maybe you are working on data warehouse where you have a large information. Whatever information you are having here is only going to show you 1,000 rows here, 1,000 rows on your Power BI. And that 1,000 row will represent the whole of the information in that table. Am I communicating with you?
Yes. Yes.
Good, good,
Yes.
good. So having done that, now this task introduce the Power Query Editor and allow you to review and profile data. This helps you to determine how to clean your data. So this here we are going to make use of Power Query to review and profile our data. So to allow us to clean our data. So in the Power Query window, at the left side, I've told you you have a query there, pane, and in the query pane contains query for each of the tables we checked. That's what I've explained to you. Okay, let me move on.
So how do I add that dim cell storage? I think I missed one out.
Come again?
I think I missed one of the dim cells territory out. How do I go back to add the
Okay.
database again?
Okay. Don't worry, we will get it. Look at your new source.
Mm-hmm.
Click on that. It's going to bring up your SQL. Hold on, don't let me do that. On recent source, click on recent source. Click on recent source.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to put your database environment on the top. Click on it.
No, I think he brought out the local host.
Come again?
He brought out the local host.
And you are logging with the local host, right?
Yeah.
And click on your own settings there. You click on your own settings there. Okay. So it's going to list your database, expand it, and locate the one that you miss out.
Okay.
In your case, you said dim sales territory. Now check it. And
yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So click OK, and it's going to bring it up for you. Okay. So I've explained to you that you preview each of the queries here one by one. Here you preview each of the query to make sure here you want to understand the content of the data that you want to analyze. So these 5 tables represent relation to what. Then again, let me show you something on dim employees table. Scroll to the last side. Check the last 5 columns on your dim employees table. From employees photo. No, from dim accounts. Look at after position. Look at this column, dim accounts. Can you see it? Dim accounts. You see it. You put table there. That column is linked to another table. It's linked to another table. When we are doing the data preparation, we will say what that one means. Anywhere in your table where you say Then either you see a table or a value. Look at dim employee parent key. Either you see table or value is indicating that it's linking to another table. We'll see it later. Okay. So now we want to see some other things again. We want to, like I told you, we want to see what is the spread of your table. Okay. On your view ribbon, on your menu bar, click on view. Below the view, you have your data preview. Can you see what I'm having here? Data preview. Here you see your monospace, show white space checked already, column quality, column distribution, column profile. What does all this thing mean? Click on your column quality. Your column quality is going to analyze each of the columns. This time around, you want to see whether they capture wrong information for you or not. You want to be sure the information that you want to analyze is captured properly. They did not capture string for number, number for string. They did not capture number and picture for letter. You want to examine them. You want to see whether it's null or not. You want to see unique information or not there. Look at the column 1. It shows that 100% valid. 0% error, 0% empty. So your column 1 is okay. Look at column 2. It's telling you that 99% valid. Error 0, but you have empty 1%. What do you mean by net error? This empty is null. If you look at this arrow down, click on it. It's telling you all you have. If I click on selector, uncheck it. So and click beside the null and click OK. So it's telling me that I have a row that is null here. That is, on this column, there is a particular row that did not capture any information. Some of us that are data oriented, null is saying information was not captured. So, hello class, are we together? Hello class.
Yes, we are together.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
May I also call your attention? It's already 11 o'clock. Should we progress? Because I know time is of essence for you guys. What's our take?
We should continue with the class, sir.
Okay, good. So now the next one we want to examine is look at your color distribution or color distribution. So what is color distribution saying? Column distribution list is identifying repeated duplicates in your data capturing. Okay, some duplications are genuine. Okay, now if you look at the first column here, it says I have 296 distinct, 296 unique. Okay, meaning that there is no repetition here. Look at the second column. He is saying I have 48 distinct and 4 unique. Okay, when you see a distinct, meaning and the number of rows you have, is saying that yes, they have repetition, but the number value itself, the exact value itself, distinct, is not like when you say 100, 100, 20, 20, 10. That's 5 numbers. 100, 100. Try and listen to me. 2020, 10. That's five numbers. But in these 5 numbers, I have a 3 distinct number there. That is, I have 100, I have 20, and I have 10. 3 distinct number. And I have 2 of them. I have only one that is unique. That is, did not repeat itself. You captured 100 twice, you captured 20 twice. So that's what the column distribution is telling you about. The next one is your column profile. Okay, column profile is giving you the detailed analysis of what is happening on each of the columns. This, your view here, your column quality, column distribution, column profile, is not talking about the whole table at a go. He's talking about individual columns, because you need to understand the data there so that you can analyze properly. Okay, so let me take us to another column, position column. Let me go to home to make it quicker for me. Under manage column, I'm going to pick on choose column, go to column. Okay, type in position here, position. So I want to go to this column. Click OK. Look at this column. Let me click on view here. Look at column quality of this your position. What do you see? It's telling me only 6% content of this column is valid. I have a 0% error, but 94% empty. That is, they do not capture information for 94%. Okay? No, I'm going to go and change. So to access a column distribution, I've explained that. Let me move on. Now, let me draw attention to something here. Look at the first column here. Anytime you see distinct and unique column the same, when your column says distinct, like this one, they say I have 296 distinct and 296 unique. It means this is a primary key. This is a unique key. Meaning that every entry of this column is unique. Every entry of this column is unique. Okay? So that about the employee. Let me pick on DIM sales territory. The second one. The DIM sales territory table stores 1 row for each employee. And the sales territory region they manage. This is keeping a row for each employee and the region of the business they manage. The table support relating many regions to a single employee. That is, it's telling me that I have a sales representative that manages many regions. I have a sales representative that manages London, that manages Heathrow, that manages England, that manages Sweden, that manages Poland. So I have a sales representative that have many regions. So this table is keeping the information of the representative and the region they manage, the region they oversee, the region where they monitor the sales and the progress of business there. So some employees manage 1, 2, or possibly more regions. When you model this data, you will need to define a many-to-many relationship on this table with your sales table. Are we together? I'm reviewing each of the tables now. Okay. Let's go to our deemed products table. This table contains 1 row per product sold by the company. This table keeps information about all the products being sold by this organization. All the products, okay, sold here. This are selling bike, they are selling accessories, they are selling furnitures, they are selling components, everything they are selling, the record of it is being kept in deemed products. Am I communicating? So if we scroll horizontally, you will see a subcategory somewhere, deemed product subcategory column. Look at this. This field is linked to another table that keeps the subcategory of the products that we are selling, that this organization is considering. Okay. So by the time we add transformation to this query, when we want to load the data, okay, we will separate them. And I want to call your attention to the first query, deemed employee. This table keeps the record of all the employees of this organization, both the sales, both the admin, both the manager. It keeps the record of employees of this organization. Good. Let me move to our next query, deemed reseller. Okay. This table keeps information about the subsidiary. Okay. This is this table is keeping information like, I have a company in England. They are selling a product that cuts across the United Kingdom. And this company has a distributor in each of those countries, like Manchester, Liverpool, Kent, and co. They are the region of United Kingdom where this product is being distributed. The representative in each of these in this region is what we kept information here as a reseller. So this table contains 1 row per reseller. They sell directly, they distribute, okay, and the information. Some of them sell, some of them distribute to interland of United Kingdom. Okay. So to view column values on the view ribbon from inside the data preview, we can look at your column profile to see the distribution of the rows. Like this one is having 701 rows, distance is 701, and unique all along like that. When you click on any of the column, you will see their distribution in details like that. Okay. On this column, let's scroll down and pick a unique field there, business type. Okay, look at this business type. If you click on distribution on it, it's loading it for us. Look at your value distribution. Look, take note of something in this column. It's 701, but something is happening. Look at warehouse. Look at where space house. It's the same information for the capture.
Yeah, value distribution again.
Come again.
How do you get the value distribution again?
When you click on business type, click on column profile. Column profile.
Yeah.
On view menu, then under the data preview, you see your column profile there. Click on it, then it will give you this so that you can see the healthiness of
column profile, right? Okay.
Yeah. So take note that look at is extracting the content of the column. Remember, I told you we are preparing our data, so you are examining the data you want to see where there are errors need to be corrected. Here is one of them. Look at warehouse. Warehouse supposed to be a single word, but this time around they captured it as 2 words here, which is wrong. So at a later time in our data preparation, we have to correct these anomalies. Okay, good. So over on this bar is telling you that 32% is captured like this. Look at this one, it's telling me less than 1% is wrong. It's wrong. So we'll correct it later. Now select our sales territory. So this one is recording the region where we are capturing information from. Just like I assume if it's England, talk about London, Kent, Liverpool, Manchester, Leicester, etc. like that. Okay. But for this, our data, you can see our region is very clear here. We have northeast, northwest, northeast, central, southwest, southeast, all the United States. You have Canada, France, Germany, Australia, United Kingdom, and you have the headquarters. Okay, for this data, apart from United States, that will have about 5 regions, meaning that the business of this data is very large and concentrated in America. Each of other places will have only 1 region per each of those places. Okay. So the deemed sales territory table contains only 1 row for corporate headquarters. Regions are assigned to a country. Region is assigned to a country, just like I've explained to us there. And countries are assigned to a group. What they are calling a group here, I want to prepare our mind, is continents. Continents. You remember that in our geography, I think it's a wrong data caption in here that they call continent a group. In our geography, you have your continent, you have your country, you have your country, region within the country, and your state, local government, or province, whichever you want to call it. But here we are going to look at continents, country, region, and product. And finally, here you have your fact reseller. This is our fact table. This is the table that keeps all our sales information. All our sales information. This is the table that keeps it. The fact reseller table contains 1 row per sales order. When you make an order, I want to buy 3 Toyota Corolla. I want to buy 3 SUV Jeep. All the orders you have is being kept here. And remember, you can add you can have more than one order. It's just like you go to Jumia or you go to Alibaba and whichever, or Amazon, you can order as many as possible items there. So this is table that keep track of our order. Okay, we are to review the let's review the column quality for total products. Total product costs coming. Okay, this column, look at the column quality for it. Can you see 8% empty, 92% valid? Okay. So total cost column value is a data quality issue. We will address it. We will address it later in when we are loading the data. Okay. We'll fill in the missing value by using product standard cost, which is stored in our DIM product. So we'll take care of it when we want to load it. Before we are almost rounding up this part of our class, our information remains 2 more data we want to pick, CSV file. We have 2 more data to go. Come to your click on the home, okay? Click on new source. The arrow there, click on the arrow of the new source. Hello class, are we together?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Okay, so click on the arrow down. New source is test CSV file. Test, click on we want to bring a data outside SQL database now. Remember, I narrated to you earlier that your data can come from different sources. And again, I'm also demonstrating it's not all the time you will pull in your data at the same time. Just like we pull in 5 now or 6, as we are discussing on the management table. Somebody now reads, hey, dear analyst, I still have 2 information from a test file, CSV file. Can we see load it? Of course, you can load it. That's what we want to demonstrate here. So you indicate your test file, okay? Go to your, let me go back again. Click on under the arrow down. You will see other sources there, but we are taking from text or CSV file. It brings this browser for you. Locate your all files to make it fast. If you are online, click on your drive D. But if you are the one I downloaded for you, locate your all files, double click on PS300, then look for resources, this. So you will see this is your CSV file here. This time around, I need reseller sales target CSV. This, click on it and click on open. Can you see that? It brings it to your environment again. So click on OK. So it has loaded it for you. It will bring it to your Power Query for you. Okay. You can also run through and examine. I still have one more. Go back to that your new source. Check CSV file. Okay. Because you just come back there, click on color formats. This color format, double click on it. So it comes up with this, click OK. So you now have 8 tables in your query. So the reseller sales target CSV file contains one row per salesperson. So the target, it contains a row for your sales employee, the target of what they expected from them on monthly basis is a record of information they put here. One row per salesperson per year. So each row records 12 monthly sales targets. So expressed in thousands, that's information there. So the business year for Adventure Works Company commenced July 1. Take note, we will see that later. The financial year for this Adventure Works is July 1. Okay. Notice that no column contains negative values. When there isn't a monthly sales target, hyphen character, look at this place. There is no column. These are the things you have to examine in your data. All the column has content. Anywhere where there is no data captured, look at hyphen is being kept there to make sure there is no empty information in that table. Okay. Reveal the icon in each column header. Look at the column header here under the year 1, 2, 3. It means all the value here are whole number. Look at employee ID. Look at anywhere you see 1, 2, 3, it means this number is whole number. But look at the column MO1, ABC. Despite there are numbers inside it, this is alphanumeric. It's this thing, you can't add them together. They are characters. That's why you can see 200, 300. What you see here is saying this column contains letters, string. So it's treating all these things as a character or string. And that is a wrong data capturing. Look at your MO2. MO2, look at MO3, all these values, all these ones, they capture data wrongly here. By the time we want to load this data to Power BI, we will correct all those anomalies. Okay. So that takes me to the end of this lab. Preparation for data analysis. And I simply demonstrate to you that what you are doing when you are preparing your data is to understudy the data, to understand the content of the data, to ask questions from the business owner, to ask questions from whoever that called to analyze data for him. It could even be a project. It could even be a business for you. It's not like tomorrow, if you have someone that want to do data analysis and you call me to come and do it, you just pay me a talking pounds. I will do it for them. And these are the first thing I'm going to do: examine the data, run the owner of the data through it, and anywhere information are not clear, ask questions about it. So before you analyze any data at all, you just have to understand the details of the data. Am I communicate? Hello, class.
Yes, you are.
Good.
Thank you.
Any question for me? I think we actually spent about 2 hours today, 9:30 to 11:29. That's about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So on this note, we will hang it for this week. So by next week, we are going to load the data. Okay, we are going to continue with the data preparation. Okay. So simply click on click on File and Save. Okay. Do not apply anything. Just cancel this. Don't apply anything. Okay. And if you are running it online, okay. No, something. Click on Save. and click on apply later. Okay, apply later. Yes. Okay. So if you are running online, click end. Since we are running here, in our next class, I'm checking what is happening online. When we want to start next class, let me close this. Okay. So
Did you say if it's online, we should do save as? Because it's saying unable to save documents.
You've already done save as before. You've already done save as before.
I'll just do
So
save.
click on file save so that you will keep what we have there in Power Query screen.
Oh, it said apply. There are pending changes in your query that haven't been applied.
Say apply later, apply later, apply later.
This is unable to save documents.
Unable.
It's already open in Power BI desktop. Oh.
Didn't you say to my solution earlier?
Sorry?
Did you make a duplicate to my solution folder? Because our next class will be different from the way they run it online now. In our next class, we will start from the file, browser, okay? All files are sent to you, PL 300. This time around, we will not go to lab. We're supposed to go to lab in our next class and pick lab 2. But because I am running, if you are running online, you must complete lab 1, then you start from lab 2. But because I am running on my system, I will come to my solution and I will pick what I save here. And it's going to come up like this. It's going to come up like this next class.
It's just not allowing me to save. I don't know why.
Come again?
So it's just not allowing me to save. But, on my online one, I don't know why.
What error is it giving you?
If I do save, I do apply later. It's saying.
I said click on apply later.
Yeah, this is unable to save. Prepare data with is already open in Power BI desktop or another program.
See, let me close this part. Sorry. Hold on. If you follow me early, when we started, I expect you to click on File. I expect you to click Browse. I expect you to come to All Files, PL 300, Labs, Lab 1, Starter. You open this.
That's not done.
That's what I expect you to do. Okay. So it's supposed to come up like this, empty. Then I expect you to save file, save as. You go back to that our all file, PL 300, my solution. Then you save this file here. So when you are through with that, all we did that we connect to database, we bring in 6 files from SQL, 2 files from CSV, and we run through them one by one. We didn't even do anything on that. We are only explaining how you examine the table, what you have to check one by one to make sure you understand the content of the table. When we round up that part, I expect you to click on File, okay, Save. So it's going to save it under My Solution, so that by the time we come back next class, it's going to be, we load from Browse. We are not going back to the beginning because we are running on our system. We don't have artificial intelligence among the end of our own. So you come to My Solution, then you load the file. Loading it. Because all the query I pull up is already on the Power Query. That's why it's taking time now. Okay. So in our next class, when we are here, by the time you click on this transform data, look at this under the home, transform data. It's going to bring us to this place. I'm coming, it's loading on my second screen. Hold on for me. So it's going to bring up this our query for us. What? How do I load? Cancel, load. Okay, so together, I'm trying to. So this is where we will start our next class from. Okay, all the data, all the queries are here. So we'll do all that. We'll continue our last class here. Maybe at a later time, go ahead and do the practicing very well. Okay, but make sure where it's saying apply later. Don't apply it now. So good. So on this note, we'll call it a day. We'll meet again next week.